So, hello everyone. Actually, it took me like 24 hours to get here, and I traveled from one desert to another desert. I found almost the same view, like I can see from my home window, more or less. Very interesting, but here they have a bit more hotels, you know, that's the difference. You can see here some pictures from Ben-Gurion University campus. So just a few words about our university. It's the youngest one in Israel. As you see, established in 1969, very fast growing, and there are, you know, some usual marketing slogans, as you can expect. What we have now more than 20,000 students. The university became extremely popular for students, especially undergraduate students, for many reasons, especially, I hope, because of the faculty that we have, but maybe some other as well. 35% are graduate and postgraduate students. Some of them live in the area. Some of them come from the other parts of the country. Here you can see the list of the faculties. And I'm representing here the Faculty of Engineering Sciences. So our department is rather unique, I think. It's called Information Systems Engineering, founded back in 2000. Now we have 18 tenure track faculty. And our mission is basically to bridge the gap between the theoretical aspects of computer science and management-oriented IS programs, like you may see in business schools. So we are kind of interdisciplinary department. We teach courses on information systems, information technology, computer science, some core computer science courses, software engineering, mathematics, statistics, and management science. If we are trying to position ourselves versus other departments, other disciplines, we are somewhere here. We are more application-oriented than computer science, a bit more than software engineering, but maybe a bit less than MIS, Management Information Systems. We are much more user-oriented than computer science, and of course, software engineers are more development-oriented than we are. So that's the mixture that we created. In numbers, these are the students that we have. We are also, in part, managing the software engineering program at our university. I think we have some pretty good results in terms of funding and cooperation, also publishing papers in journals and conferences, and issuing patents. If we look at different interest areas of our faculty, that's what we can find. We have lots of people working on artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, data mining, information sciences, human-computer interaction, machine learning, and some other areas. So 1 year ago, we established an undergraduate track in data mining and business intelligence, which is, as you can see, one of several tracks that we offer to our senior undergraduate students. And this year, we started, I mean, now it's just the third week of our fall semester, and we just started a master track in data mining and business intelligence, which is a second track for our master students. Just 1 year ago, we started another track in cybersecurity. So what do we teach in our general undergraduate program? As you can see, some of these course names may be familiar to you from the classical computer science programs. We also teach a lot of statistics, much more than in computer science curricula. Several courses, all of them are mandatory courses on databases. Data mining and data warehousing, which I'm going to elaborate in a minute. Information retrieval, and some management courses. That's how our general program in information systems engineering looks like. Data mining and data warehousing, this is a course that I'm teaching for the last 10 years, more or less. I'm teaching it not just at Ben-Gurion University. The course was also recorded a few years ago by the Open University of Israel. So it's available on video, but it's not available online for free. Only students of the Open University who pay their tuition to that institution can participate in the course. Unfortunately, for those of you who don't speak Hebrew, the course is in Hebrew, though most of the slides are in English. That's how we teach most of our undergraduate and graduate courses. The teaching materials are in English, but the spoken language in the class is mostly Hebrew. So what do I teach in data mining and data warehousing? Starting with overview of data warehouse technology, talking a bit about OLAP. Then I describe the basics of information theory, because I believe that information theory is a foundation for many data mining and machine learning algorithms. Some popular decision tree learning algorithms, info-fuzzy networks, Bayesian learning, instance-based learning, like k-nearest neighbors, of course, support vector machines, association rules, cluster analysis, and a separate class about data preparation and data preprocessing techniques. Again, this is one of the mandatory of the core courses for all information systems engineering students for the last 10 years. These are other courses that we teach in our undergraduate data mining and business intelligence track. We have electives on financial data mining, recommender systems, text mining and web content mining, machine learning, a new course that we are just building on data warehousing and big data in collaboration with one of industrial companies, visualization, social network analysis, ERP intelligence systems, fault detection, and some other graduate level elective courses. Also, a student who is enrolled in that data mining and business intelligence track is required to do a final project, a senior project in the area of data mining. This year we are also starting a master degree with focus on data mining and business intelligence, so that we can educate professionals with strong skills in data mining, data science, predictive analytics, big data, and business intelligence. This master degree includes 36 credits. Usually our courses are 3 points each, 3 credits each. 3 credits means about 13 classes in semester, 3 academic hours each class. And our master thesis is considered as 12 credits. All our master students have to do a master thesis. We are trying to bring graduates from our own department, information systems engineering, software engineering, computer science, industrial engineering, and some other disciplines. We just started, but actually it's becoming our most popular degree, our most popular graduate degree in information systems engineering. Here you can see the numbers. Right now, I think we have about 20 students enrolled in that program. data mining and business intelligence, something like 50% of the total number of our master students. And you can also see the different degrees, undergraduate degrees they're coming from. In terms of faculty members and their areas of expertise, Leo Rokach and Bracha Shapira are also my co-authors on this paper, and some other people who are doing things which are somehow related to data mining, big data, and machine learning. Some more people from the department. This is our master program in data mining and business intelligence. We have just two mandatory courses. One is called Research Methods in Information Systems. It's required for all graduate students, for all master students in our department. Statistical Methods in Information Systems. This course is given only to students who are not coming from our department or industrial engineering department. For example, computer science graduates, they do not have a sufficient background in statistics, so we provide them with that necessary background. Then we have electives, several electives, advanced methods in data mining and data warehousing, text mining, web content mining, applied machine learning, mining large data sets, which is also done in collaboration with another company, and advanced information retrieval systems. And here you can see some more courses which are available to our master students. Talking about advanced methods in data mining and data warehousing, this is one of the courses that I teach to our graduate students. Again, some overview of the data mining and data warehousing techniques. Then we teach feature selection, advanced decision tree methods, data stream mining, spatiotemporal data mining methods, graph mining, text mining, and web content mining, which is also a topic of another course I will talk in a minute. Soft computing methods in data mining, which are usually based on the fuzzy set theory, fuzzy logic, and some homeland security applications of data mining and text mining. Another course is text mining and web content mining, a separate class on text representation techniques, introduction to natural language processing, overview of natural language processing techniques, ontologies, co-occurrence analysis, information extraction, document clustering and categorization, text summarization, which is part of one of my active research areas, and social media analysis. Both courses, advanced methods in data mining and text mining and web content mining, are intended mainly for students who already have some background in data mining, especially the data mining and data warehousing course I mentioned previously, which is a mandatory course for our undergraduate students. We have teaching labs. You can see some details here. Of course, we are using Hadoop, so that our students can do experiments on some really large data sets. Some software we are using. Earlier today, there was discussion of Weka and RapidMiner. We also find it very useful for our students because these are open source tools. Also R, Mahout, and different kinds of databases. Here you can see the names of some of the companies that we collaborate with in research and teaching, and these also happen to be the employers of our graduates, of our undergraduate and graduate students who get a degree in information systems engineering. I assume you're familiar with most of the names, most of the logos. And some conclusions from our short experience in this program. There is a growing need for experts in big data and the related areas. And we can see how easily, actually, our graduates can find a job in one of these disciplines. They definitely get an advantage versus, other students, other graduates. Our main challenge is probably to cope with the fast changes in this field. Every year there is a new hype, there is a new technology, maybe even a new algorithm, and we cannot just teach the same material that we were familiar with, let's say, even 3 or 5 years ago. We have to update our curriculum all the time. Another teaching dilemma, if we should put more emphasis on the algorithms or the use of some practical tools. For example, in our undergraduate course on data mining, the students get at least one programming assignment where they're actually required to implement one of the data mining algorithms. Some say maybe it's not enough, maybe they should do more assignments like that. And there is another approach which says these are just black boxes and they should get familiar with more practical tools that are on the market. As you could understand from Ilan's talk yesterday, we are trying to establish some interdepartmental programs in big data analytics using the expertise from different departments: industrial engineering, computer science, software engineering, and information systems engineering. We have all those departments and programs at our university. And so far, we have been teaching in Hebrew, but we are trying to attract international students to our program, which means that one day our faculty will have to switch to another language, I assume. So that's the end of my talk. I will be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.